The first stage of a penetration test is the information gathering phase and can be divided into two categories: passive reconnaissance and active reconnaissance. In passive recon, we collect information in the most discreet way possible, either because we are only retrieving information already publicly available, or because we did not directly poke through the target's infrastructure. Collecting information is the most important step in a penetration testing phase, as it allows to map out the target's potential vulnerabilities. A bad recon phase can mean missing out on some very important details that could prevent you from making a critical security discovery for your clients. Public information that has value can be divided into three categories: organization, network, and systems. In the organization, we may have details about employees, which could allow us to carry out targeted social engineering attacks, such as telephone numbers, email addresses, or geographic locations. In the network, we can discover domain names, subdomains, IP addresses, or DNS information. Finally, in the system, we can discover information such as operating systems used, credential, or services used and their versions. That information can be gathered with a myriad of different tools or on different platforms. They can even be featured on social media such as LinkedIn, where someone in the organization may boast about the use of a specific tool or the acquisition of a specific firewall. Any information found will prove useful depending on the context of the pentest. We are going to take a look at a few different passive information gathering techniques. As always in this course, those are not the only available techniques. Feel free to expand your toolset as you learn. One powerful technique is Google dorking. It turns out that we can find a plethora of information through Google, especially if we make good use of all the available filters packed in this search engine. Let's say that our target is the current company Samsung. We are going to use the parameter site samsung.com, which will strictly provide URLs with the samsung.com domain. Samsung is potentially hosting files that they are not supposed to host. Maybe we can find something interesting. Let's add the parameter file type and let's search for PDFs. After searching for a while, we did not find anything of interest. Can we find an admin panel somewhere? Let's remove the file type and instead add the in-URL parameter and search for admin. We quickly realize that there are indeed Samsung URLs containing the admin keyword, but some of them are forum posts. Let's remove those subdomains with the minus symbol. Now that our search is more specific, we can find something that might be interesting. This specific URL is looking suspiciously like an admin panel for the shop subdomain of Samsung, and could be a foothold. I will not advise you to click on it, because even though it is available to anyone on the internet, the company may not have intended it to be as such, and simply accessing it may constitute a criminal act. There are many other filters we could apply, and you are encouraged to search for them. One website we could use to learn more about them is the Google Hacking Database, which lists a ton of potentially interesting searches we could make. Next tool will help in harvesting information from multiple sources, and it is called the harvester. -d is the domain parameter and -b is the source of information. Another tool that might be of interest is the Wapalizer browser plugin, which allows to highlight the different tools, frameworks, and sometimes even operating systems used for the website you are currently browsing. To wrap things up, here's the list of online services that you could use for passive recon. Have I Been Pwned allows to check if a specific email address and other related information was seen in a security breach. Phonebook.cz is a search engine and it allows you to find all known email addresses from a specific domain. Hunter.io is yet another search engine for finding email addresses. And finally, Dehashed is a search engine that reports if the information you have has been found in a security breach. The information could be an email address, a username, an IP address, a phone number, a domain, a postal address, or even a vehicle identification number. Alright, that's it for passive enumeration. If you wish to extend your knowledge regarding open source intelligence, the Cyber Mentor has released a 5-hour full course on the subject. It's packed with information and you will, without a doubt, learn a lot.